Intel announces it is 3 years behind AMD and NVIDIA in XPU HPC. This is a Friday afternoon release if I have ever seen one. In a news brief today, Intel made major changes to its HPC efforts until at least 2026. Or more succinctly, Intel has announced that the current Xeon Max, based on Sapphire Rapids with HBM, and its Ponte Vecchio OAM GPU are effectively the last of that legacy, pre-XPU, HPC platform architecture. Intel announces it is 3 years behind AMD and NVIDIA in XPU HPC. Intel did not say the above, or put it in a new roadmap, but parsing the announcements. Rialto Bridge is discontinued. The next Max Series XPU GPU will be Falcon Shores in 2025. What this effectively means is that Intel will not have a new GPU offering between now 2023 and 2025. Update: Intel contacted us to clarify its roadmap. Falcon Shores 2025 will be a GPU architecture, not with CPU cores. Intel told us that the vision for Falcon Shores is still XPU, but 2025 Falcon Shores is GPU focused. The traditional part is a GPU-only offering. Falcon Shores will offer different IP blocks as part of an overall XPU offering, but that will not be the 2025 generation. In 2025, we get Falcon Shores, which was supposed to co-package CPU cores, GPU cores, memory, and other IP, potentially other accelerators, and even Lightbender silicon photonics. Intel has also shown plans for CPU tile only with co-packaged memory Falcon Shores. Taking stock of what that means for the traditional HPC architecture of CPUs sitting in sockets attached to accelerators like GPUs, that model is effectively discontinued, except at Intel. AMD Instinct MI300 will have CPU, GPU, and memory co-packaged. NVIDIA Grace Hopper will have CPU, GPU, and memory co-packaged and the ability to have CPU-only packages. Intel's next-gen HPC part Falcon Shores was supposed to have CPU, GPU, and memory co-packaged. It still may, but not at Intel by 2025. The subtext to today's announcement is that Intel and its customers see the need for this co-packaged architecture, to the point where Rialto Bridge was not set up to be a big winner. Intel is instead focusing on GPU-only Falcon Shores for 2025. That means until 2026 NVIDIA and AMD are ahead in that next-gen architecture. For those wondering about the benefits of co-packaging memory, CPU, and GPU, it is the same that is occurring with the Apple M1 M2 in many ways. Moving data from CPU memory to GPU memory and vice versa requires potentially duplicating data, leading to more wasted memory, but more importantly, is the power. Last week we featured AMD talk stacking compute and DRAM at ISSCC 2023. The power used to move data between sockets and even between CPU sockets and DIMMs while also increasing speeds is a major challenge. As a result, co-packaging CPU, GPU, accelerators, and memory using more advanced methods is seen as a way to increase interconnect speeds at a different power curve than traditional separate components. In large-scale HPC systems, a huge amount of power is used simply moving data around within nodes, and externally. The reason we have AMD, NVIDIA, and now Intel saying next-gen HPC GPU architectures will have co-packaged components is to minimize this wasted power use. That in turn allows for more of the power budget to be used for doing computation, rather than moving data around. Final words. The HPC market is sizable, but it is also only a portion of the overall computing market. We still expect there to be PCIe and OAM GPUs and so forth for years to come. It just seems like this trend is accelerating for the HPC space to the point that Intel is going to skip a generation. That will save development resources, but it also means that Intel will be using Ponte Vecchio to compete against the NVIDIA H100, NVIDIA Grace Hopper, and AMD Instinct MI300 for the next 2 years until Falcon Shores is hopefully ready in 2025. This announcement also means that it is planning its 2025 Falcon Shores XPU to really be a GPU with the possibility of having customized IP blocks in the future.